I'm prepared to lock you up. Parramatta fans, unfortunately, haven't had a heck of a lot to crow about recently, but they'll be breathing a sigh of relief knowing the Hayne plane is taking off this week, having been grounded recently for repairs for this crunch game against the Manley Seagulls.
I like pleasure spiked with pain and music is Jarryd Hayne scores! My aeroplane.
All of a sudden, Jarryd Hayne is in there from space.
Music is my
Hayne steps. Here he goes. Jarryd Hayne puts it on, slides up, scores.
Yeah, he's one of those players that even non-Parramatta fans love to watch, and the Eels #1 is with us. Jarryd Hayne, thanks for coming in. Good to see you.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Now, first things first, Nathan Hindmarsh, you played your entire career with at Parramatta, announcing his retirement today. Did it come as a surprise to the boys?
Well, we didn't train today, but we all got notified, and I got a call from Hindy, and he said he was retiring, and yeah, I was like, oh, far out. You know, just, you know, it's it was always a shock, and you know, like you said, I played with him my whole career, so.
Nathan Hindmarsh is a captain. He looks to me like he's the doer type of captain. Just gets out and does it every week. Are you surprised that he's decided to give it away, or do you think he might have lasted another couple of years?
I'm not too sure. You know, I definitely know his body's taken a lot of beating and whatnot. But you know, I guess, you know, it was on his decision, and you know, he's made it, and I mean, like I said, I was sort of shocked. You know, I was in physio and got the phone call, and I was just like, you know, your head's going 100 miles an hour. I think it won't register for a while, you know.
Well, Blocky, I was watching an old game, I think going back to 1998, earlier in the week, when Nathan Hindmarsh had just come onto the first grade scene. He was bald as a badger. You were actually commentating on the coverage I saw, and he said, I've never heard of this bloke, but he's going to be a star. He certainly has been that.
Well, he certainly made people stand up and take notice. He's been a great player for Parramatta internationally and also in state of origin. Look, he looks tired to me. He's played 300 games in the second row, and the way that he plays the game week in and week out, it's the same Hindmarsh every week. As I said, it just looks like it's time for him to move on.
Well, Blocky, he's played over 300 games, and the way he plays, and I can say this because you're not a winger anymore, you're a fullback, but that equates to about 1,200 games as a winger. That's how much football he has played, Nathan Hindmarsh. But I feel sorry for him because he waited so long to get the captaincy. Nathan Kalis was a captain for such a long period of time. He gets the captaincy. It hasn't panned out that well for a bloke who just, you know, gives his heart and soul every week. You players must feel the same, do you?
Yeah, it is, and you know, definitely Hindy does take it, you know, a lot more than us players, and you know, we did it definitely under the pump, but you know, it has been a hard time, you know, for all of us at the club. Now,
Jarryd, you're a winner. You love to win games of football, and you love to win them for Parramatta. The 5-year plan that we keep hearing about, mate, how does that sit with the players, and especially blokes like yourself?
I guess that's from, you know, that's definitely not from a player's perspective. You know, we go out there every week and trying to win and you know, have the confidence that we will win. So, but you know, I guess that's, you know, wherever that's come from, that's what they've set up. You know, whether it be Mush or the board. So, you know, like I said, the players just go out there. We try to win every week.
Do you feel down in the doldrums now that you come back, every time you come back into the side, it's always Jarryd Hayne the saviour?
Yeah, it's tough. I guess my big point, and as much as, you know, it's important to play well, I just need to reiterate that I think we all, you know, as a group, that's how we all need to feel that, you know, there's only the one player that's going to get out of us is the 17 players that take the field. You know, that's just going to change it, and you know, I think we all need that mentality, and I guess you know, the last couple of weeks we've just been you know, just been behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Everybody looking at the game is looking at someone to blame at Parramatta, whether it's the players, the coach, the board. On it goes, everyone's got a different opinion. When you're going bad, rumours start to develop about unrest and all the rest of it. As a playing group, how have you been addressing that to keep things positive and to keep all the outside distractions just as it is outside? Yeah,
it does get a bit awkward, eh? Like, you know, I have to admit it. Like, even the other, there was another rumour going around about me and Birdie, and Birdie's actually the one that spoke to me about it. He goes, have you heard the latest one? I was like, no, what? He goes, something about him not playing in there if I'm in there or something like that. And I'm just...
There have been about 10 about you.
Yeah, I know. They're on fire at the moment. I'm not sure who's starting it, but, you know, Birdie's the one telling me about that, and I'm just, oh, you know, what's happening? He says, yeah, I got told by a fan. And I was just like, well, what's going on? Like, what are people, when you're down, they just want to jump on and kick you when you're down. But, you know, I think definitely, like, we all do it together. We are a team, and we will get through it.
You are doing a favour for the team who plays the other team next week, because every side who's played Parramatta the following week they've gone out and lost. But is this week, sometimes players need a reason to win. They've got yourself back, Hindmarsh has made his announcement, Steve Kearney's been in front of the board. Look, I just get the sense that perhaps that backline doesn't look too bad to me, that there is a win around the corner. Do you have that same feeling? Is that sort of the vibe in the club this week? Has it been that way?
Yeah, definitely. I think the heat's on every single player. Not just me, not just Heine, not just the senior bloke. It's on every single player. So, we're all under the pump, and we're all feeling it at the moment. And I think this week we've got a lot of venom and a lot of willpower. So, we're looking to change things around.
Well, Jarryd, we talk about rivalries. It doesn't get any worse than this for you guys when you come against the old foe Manley, who have lost their last couple. Yeah,
no, I didn't realise that till the other day when we had a promo for it, and they said they lost their last two. So they're going to be as hungry as any team, especially being the premiers last year. So it's going to be a tough task. But like you said, there's always good games against Parramatta and Manly, and definitely look forward to it. It's heritage round as well, and we haven't revealed the new jerseys, which look pretty sharp.
Everyone who looks at the Parramatta lineup, whether they follow your club or not, will say that it comes down to two blokes, especially in terms of scoring points, you and Chris Sando. Bearing in mind, since the season started, you've only played about 20 minutes of the season. Has it been difficult trying to organise some sort of combination with Chris?
Yeah, it has. It's sort of been very disruptive. Being injured and not being out there, and especially when we speak about it, and obviously having talks about doing what's best for us. And Chris is real big on I want to play with him as much as he wants to play with me, and I'm excited about it. And I mean, when you play for play, that's got similar attributes. He plays at the top of his head. He plays what he sees. Very flamboyant, very flair, and he's exactly what what I'm like as well. So I've got no doubt.
Neither of you'll know what the other one's doing. Could be exciting. But
that's the whole point.
Yeah.
If we don't know what we're doing, the defence doesn't know what we're doing. So
I don't think Chris Sandow's played that badly this year. If Parramatta had won a couple of games, I think everyone would be talking him up.
Oh, definitely. He's scored 3 tries, set up another 2 tries, and we've only scored 8. So that's more than half the tries he's either scored or been involved with.
Well, the fact is, Parramatta's lost its first 4 games for the first time in 20-odd years. So how are Eels supporters coping with the team's struggles on the field? This week, we sent the great blocker to hit the streets of Parramatta to find out.
We're right here in Eels' heartland. What's the matter, Parramatta?
They lack the mongrel. Yeah, the forwards, they're pretty soft.
Changes internally, externally, whether it's a coach, whether it's the players, something's got to be done. Something's not happening. They're not gelling.
Para, what's going on? That's the question I'm asking, champion. That's the question I'm asking. What do you reckon?
We've got to scrap the board.
Board gone.
Board gone altogether. Start again.
What do you think?
I think it's dreadful. I think it's about time they change their players, don't you think?
Mate, it's a shocking start to the season. Like the Tigers too, like 4 games.
Hey, that's it, cut. He's mentioned the Tigers. He's down. Can you do the... Yeah, I like that. So you're a Parramatta supporter. I've noticed you haven't got any Parramatta gear. What sort of... Oh, hello. The bunnies around the corner.
I love the Eels forever, and you expect them to go out there and do their best, and hopefully they've got the talent to come away with a few wins as the year progresses.
You follow Parramatta at all?
I'm actually a St George fan.
Oh yeah.
It's good to see Parramatta down to the dumps.
I like to see Parramatta lose.
Oh mate, there's no need to be nasty. What about the coach?
Oh, the coach is pretty hopeless too. He's Kiwi, isn't he?
Give the players wheat bix in the morning.
Wheat bix? How many do you do?
Mate, I do 10.
Wow, you're a legend.
And I think we need a bit of size like Roach here.
Bit of bully, mate. 20 years ago, mate, might have happened. But
When it happened to Parramatta?
I don't know. I'm asking the questions. I'm asking you. What happened to Parramatta?
You know what they should do? They should go and dive in Parramatta River. That's where they belong to.
Any rocks tied around their legs or anything like that?
Everybody, even the coaches too. Not in their legs.
Really?
Down there too, everywhere. Had a leg to turn over there.
Well, I don't know how constructive some of that is for you, Jarryd, whether you want to go for a dive in Parramatta River or it's a simple matter of eating more wheat bix. But, Parramatta fans seriously were walking out last week against Penrith in front of our broadcast box. The season ticket holders were leaving with half an hour to go. Some gibber threw a gold ring on the field. Why you do that, I never know. What's your message to Parramatta fans on behalf of the players heading into this big game against Manly?
Yeah, obviously just to stick loyal, stick strong. We're going through it as well, the players, but we understand the fans as well and how passionate they are. We understand it's an upsetting time, but the tide will turn, and we're going to be on top, and we're going to be confident in a winning team. So just hang in there with us.
How's your coach coping. Everyone's talking about Stephen Kearney and a meeting with the CEO on Monday. We all know Steve Kearney is a really classy, nice human being. How is he coping with this in terms of what you guys are seeing as players?
Yeah, he just, just remains working hard, and I guess he doesn't show it, you know what I mean, which is, very rare, and he doesn't show that he's, and in these situations. So, he's just keeping positive, and he knows that, we just got to get through it, and there is going to be brighter days. There's no point coming in and trying to swing the sword and losing it at everyone. You know what I mean? Like, he just pushing us, and he has got up a couple of blokes, the team in general, just to get us going, because we need to win, and it's simple as that.
Well, it is a great rivalry, as we mentioned, and Parramatta and Manly is one of League's great rivalries over the last 30 or 40 years. And later in the show, we'll be joined by a couple of former captains and legends of both Parramatta and Manly. The great Steve Edge and the bomber Max Krilich will be joining us in here a little bit later on as well. Well, Jarryd Hayne, it's good of you to come in. I know it's been a bit of turmoil at Parramatta. Thanks, we appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
It'll be great to see the number one, the Hayne plane, back against the Manly.
Yesterday! Grant is flying! Grant's going very hard! That's a try! That's a try, I think! Yes! Gary Grant has scored for Parramatta in the Paddington Hill corner!
Jarryd gives it to Brown. Brown floats it out for Sixworth.
Sixworth's going to score for Manly! Paddington Hill corner!
The match will hardly have time to restart. It hasn't. The siren